Hello, Dragon News.
Welcome back to Dragon News.
The news that has been taken over by dragons. It's a nation for dragons, by dragons.
Our producer is Dragons.
Yes. A sponsor from
Our sponsor for today's today's
video
news broadcast is Dragons.
Yes.
Can't live with them. Can't live without them.
Because if you live without them, they'll
kill you.
Yes, they love.
Anyways, continue our news broadcast, not at Dragon Mouth Point. Breaking news: 3 historians have now joined our viewer channel, and 5,000 dragons.
The only people that are watching are dragons.
We are now changing our broadcasting network to Dragon News.
They are the only reason why the dragons are sparing us is because
they enjoy our TV shows.
Yes, they enjoy news.
How to Train Your Dragon. They enjoy watching Little Lizard
and Tiny Turtle.
Breaking news: something is broken. A spine breaker has now a spine breaker dragon has gone around the city breaking people's spines.
A grandma has been reported with her dog missing. She seems but she sees and she has a new dog. She says that it looks the same, and she never noticed that she hasn't noticed the difference.
She says its bark is worse than its bite, though. Every time it eats a human.
But the police say that the new news, a murder has been done, but we don't know who the culprit is. Oh, and the bones have not, in the body or the bones have not been found. What's this? The police are saying a bone napper apparently has found the body and the bones, and is apparently now the chief of police.
A local hero. He found the bones and the body of the dead person. Wow, what a hero! We should make him chief police right away.
It's not very.
Looking forward to an interview with him.
A police officer is talking to the person. He's now bringing to this police officer has been missing. And last time he was seen was when he was walking over to the bone napper, chief of police. And now he's
seen in Officer Bone Napper's office.
When he was there.
People's legs beware. This new puppy, or shall I say, acid being taken. Acid peeing leg dissolver. Loves to pee on your leg, but watch out. Its pee is acid.
So acidic.
Who could have
the acid peer.
The acid peer. Is that a real dragon?
It goes like,
it's just,
they're all getting the news from Hiccup, and they're like, Does
anyone speak ancient Nordic? No? Okay.
Good.
Anyone want to help this one-legged crazy person, crazy old person be a giga boomer? You want to help this old ancient Viking giga boomer one leg go home? Remember when Toothless had no teeth?
Yeah, he can retract his teeth.
Why?
Because
so he can talk.
No, he's like
Stitch. He looks.
No, he doesn't have a vocal cord.
I'm pretty sure he does.
No. His sonic boom attack doesn't count.
That's him screaming. That's him screaming.
Whoosh!
That's him screaming. What's the sound it makes?
Huh?
That's the noise of him destroying things.
Whoosh!
But why did he destroy things?
Because he's
what was the first part had made no sense. The first movie made no sense.
That was just
dragons were attacking. That made sense. Like the dragons, they attack humans. Okay. And then it's just like, but they can actually. And then Toothless They all steal sheep and stuff, but Toothless didn't steal sheep. Toothless just destroyed things. He was an evil dragon.
Did he actually destroy?
Yeah, he literally just destroyed things. Remember, they were on the watchtower and they're like, "What's that? Oh, I hear a shrieking terror," or whatever they're called. A night furry, as I heard my grandmother once call them. "Oh, it sounds like it's shrieking towards this watchtower. Better get out of skedaddle." And he just jumps out of the watchtower and it just goes, and Toothless almost killed a human.
You mean a Viking?
Sorry, yes, I often mistake humans for Vikings. Other way around.
You mean humans for Vikings?
No, you mean Vikings for humans.
But
That's what
humans
I
aren't
said.
Vikings.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
No, Vikings aren't humans. That's
No,
what you said.
humans aren't Vikings.
I see. But
this a
Vikings
podcast?
aren't humans.
No, humans aren't Vikings.
Okay, then dragons aren't Vikings.
No, technically, they aren't.
Then who is humans?
Humans are not Chinese.
They're not Chinese? Okay.
They're not American.
I see.
They're not Nordic. They're
Right.
not Vikings. They
What?
might be Khajiits.
What the hell? Oh, dragons?
What?
You're saying dragons aren't Americans?
No.
We're not accepting dragons here. And we will be
US.
cracking down on the border patrols of Dragonia. Those dragons always stealing our jobs.
Chinese.
and
There's
such.
new
No,
names.
dragons.
Chinese.
Dranese, alright, okay.
New news: the wildebeest has frozen the United States.
Oh.
The Eruptodon has apparently
Why didn't the Komodo dragon?
Because all of the Eruptodons in the hole of the Great Danger Hole,
Oh, there
as
you
we
go.
now call it, were apparently have to eat lava,
Lava?
but
So
there's
they
no
have swum to the core of the earth and eaten it.
No, apparently Mount Everest was a dormant volcano for years upon years now, and they have undormanted it,
Ah, I see.
and now all of Asia is gone.
Yeah, rip Asia. Anyways, slightly more important news. I have lost my left sock.
Is that
More
the sock
on that.
now?
More on that later. But here we find the most feared of all the dragons, the sock napper. It's about 2 inches tall and runs around and snaps people's socks. It makes an armor out of socks. It needs about half a sock,
Sorry.
and then it reproduces. And if the mate, the male of the species must find the most beautiful sock, and it goes to the female. If it has a better sock than the other male, then the female will choose it.
But what if there was no socks at the time?
They evolved to assign socks.
To
They
assign?
are socks.
They are.
They are socks. Socks are them. They used to create their own socks until Vikings found them and were like, "Who made these socks?" And they started making their own socks. And then the sock nappers like, they made better socks than that. So then they start stealing human socks, and that's how socks were born.
You mean how
And
stealing of socks going missing was born?
Well, and socks.
Oh, okay.
And that's the story of Socks McGoo, the first person to ever see a sock napper snap a sock.
Huh?
Well, I say see, he was actually blind.
But he felt
But he heard it. He heard his sock walking away
Heard.
in a foot. He thought it was a foot, but then he realized, no, it's actually a sock napper. It's not a nap socker, it's a knock napper. Whatever. A sock knicker.
What is this world coming to?
What is it? When there's dragons stealing our socks.
Oh, new news.
New news.
New
New news, everyone. Hopefully it's not old news. It's new news. I think that's why they call it news. Not olds.
Old news.
Olds, everyone. Breaking olds.
Breaking old.
Breaking olds. Did you know that dragons have been released around the world? I know. You probably already figured it out.
Half of your neighborhood is probably on fire. Slightly the average news.
Average news for the time.
The fire department has recruited scaldrons, and whenever they shoot their water, it melts the house instead of it being on fire, which
Complaints have been made, but they've
There-
all been burnt.
all of the complaints have been
Destroyed.
scalded.
In a mysterious accident involving scalding water in the police department.
No, in the fire department.
Police will conclude that will have given up on their investigation due to having no clues
At all.
at all, other than the scalding water, which is untraceable.
No one has ever found school.
Somewhat more annoying news. Don't poo anymore.
The
Monstrous nightmares have been living in the sewers of Manhattan.
And
Whenever you take a poo, if you flush your toilet, you're gonna get a butt full of fire. Whoosh. If you flush
no,
while
it's a
sitting on it.
plasma beam.
A plasma.
Oh.
Whoa, my butt's the cleanest it's ever been. New trend. Plasma beamed butts. It's the new thing. I got mine done yesterday.
You get your plasma ball in
Plasma beamed butt today.
ball cleaner in a jar today.
In a jar.
Take it out when you want. to
New
clean
species
your
of
butt.
dragon. The plasma beam butt cleaner. Replace your toilet paper with a jar of plasma beam butt cleaner dragons. But don't let them out. Woo.
No, you just this is the new Nano Dragon. It cleans your butt for you.
Ooh,
You release
fancy.
it. You have a jar of them. You spray
They
them.
eat poo and they shoot laser beams at your butt. It's the new thing. Scientists everywhere. Earth will be saved from further pollution now that human feces is no longer a solution.
It's a solution.
It's no longer a solution. It is the solution. Whatever.
And the alpacas have now been. There's a new member of the alpaca family, Lola family, known as the alpaca.
The Alsmaca dragon.
The alpaca dragon.
Slap.
Its head is just you look at it from straight on, and it looks like a normal alpaca, but its neck is just doing this.
What? Yeah.
Its head is just going super far straight.
I see.
And it slowly gets close. Its head slowly gets closer and closer, and you don't realize it. And then it smacks you with its head.
I see. So any alpaca owners out there, watch out for the Alsmaca. Any alpaca owners out there, call in, subscribe.
Alsmaca.com. How to protect your Alsmaca.
To protect your house from your home from an Alsmaca invasion. Well, I was sitting in bed reading my book, and then all of a sudden I heard a smack at the door. I thought, who could it be at this hour? So I went downstairs and opened the door, and bam, smack! I've been smacked by an Alsmaca. At that point, I knew I had been a fool for trusting non-Smaca Al security. Alsmaca security. It's the worst security out there. So I quickly changed to no Alsmaca security, and I haven't had an Alsmaca in my house since. Smack, 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 smack. Sorry, I gotta be right back. I'll be right back. Someone's at the door.
The thing is still on, and you hear them.
Smack!
No!
No!
How
How did you get past my security?
It's a vault with so
It's
many
evolving.
passwords and locks. How can you do it? How did your face? No, its face is rearranged.
It came in through the doggy door. It's in the walls. Smack, 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 smack.
It's everywhere.
They're in the vents. You just hear through the vents. You just hear smack, 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 smack.
breaking news, the Night Fury colony has broken out of the dragon hole and is now within 24 hours they will have reached the core. They will have blown up the sun.
Rip the sun.
Yes.
Anyone living there, my condolences. Our condolences.
And
anyways, back to more pressing matters.
The police officers have reached the wall when they're trying to find out who kidnapped. What is wrong with Mrs. Canolia's
Pet
dog?
dog.
She says that she's been acting normal and he loves
fetching sticks.
Yeah, no, fetching bones. But when the police came to check on her when she wasn't calling, they
found her dead body with no bones in it.
They don't know who it was, but then they saw the
The only witness is the dog,
which we now come to realize is a bone napper. And wait a second, it's leading us somewhere. Oh my gosh! It's found the body
of another person who has no bones
in the ground.
If only we could have gotten here sooner. Thank you, Bone Napper.
We've now upgraded hired him as a police officer, and now he is the chief of police. A word for the news, Mr. Chief Bone Napper.
Oh, it appears he's running off to what is it? He's going after a dog.
Oh, what's this? The dog has been.
By a
car. Wait, no, the bone napper just destroyed the car, and it's now eating the dog.
It is no.
It's stealing the bones. It's eating the bones from the car.
It has found the murderer. He is stopping the murder right now. It appears that he's extracting the murderer's bones. Weird. But anyways, we can now lock him up in jail if he can still walk. Perhaps. He might need those bones. Anyways, I will not question Chief of Police Bone Napper's authority and decisions, since I am just a news reporter. But this will be great news.
Yes.
For our folks at home.
The Fire
Nation.
Yes, the Fire Nation, who put out fires despite the name. They do put out fires. Yes. But they've hired Scaldrons to help put out the fire, but instead of water, it's scalding hot fire, and whenever they use their water to put out the fires of the houses that have been made by fire dragons, it leaves the house in a puddle of scalding water.
I'm sorry, but I have to interrupt you there. There is no proof that these fires have been caused by fire dragons. That is a ridiculous rumor.
Yes.
And we here at Dragon Health and Safety and Authority, we cannot condone people assuming that these fires that have been spreading through the nation until recently, ever since just because these fires started when the dragons released from the dragon hole, does not mean that all these fires are from the dragons.
At the exact day, at the same hour, we've just
and
reported
just because
that
there
was a person here, a crazy old Nordic man named Hiccup, apparently. Why do you think they named him that?
Hiccup.
Oh, he can
hiccups.
Yes, apparently. He only has one leg, and he
can only speak Norse. So, anyways, let's have an interview with him.
The night to the east, dragon friendly, the nice dragon no hurt.
Anyways, from my overnight lesson in ancient Norse, which I took a few years ago, I could understand just a little bit of that, and here, let me translate to you. Kill all dragons, murder my family. I locked them up in the hole of death 100 years ago, and freed the world from dragons, but they escaped. We must kill them all. Sorry, He says that this is a spot-on translation, and he's saying that he wants to hire me for translating all his works.
What?
I shall be his only, and he wants me to be his only voice to the people from now on. Please continue, sir. He's saying he's very old, crazy, and loves killing dragons. And his foot, which he no longer has, hurts. He's saying he can only eat pancakes because he has no teeth. Which, it appears he does have teeth, but I don't know. I'll just take his word for it. He's referring to the chief of police as a great man. But he's actually not a man, sir. I know you thought he was, but he's actually a bone napper. We can't forget that. We have to keep honoring our dragons out there. Sorry, sir, did you just say dragons perfectly? Sorry, continue, sir.
I mean...
Oh, it looks like you just learned English. Yes, sir.
This missing.
What's that, sir? You're saying that there's a new type of dragon that's emerging from the hole yesterday morning? Which was 2 seconds ago? Because it's now midnight? Sorry. No, try saying something different. Oh, sock! Oh, I see. He's referring to the sock. The sock? Yes, let's move on to from this interview back to the sock. The sock case. Anyways, as we said earlier,
yes.
One of my sir, your interview's over. Go back to the closet, okay? We'll call you later. Yes, lock the door. I don't care how many mops are in there. There's no way he can escape. But make sure he can't escape.
Fire sword!
What the hell? Sorry. He has a fire sword. How did you not search the old crazy Norseman?
And now he is flying out with a glider. He's apparently made.
A glider?
A glider, yes. Apparently he has some sort of
some
glider.
kind of airbender? What is he?
He has a glider for some reason, which he's...
This isn't even a tall building. This is we're on the bottom floor.
What? This is a window! If you jump out the window, you touch the floor! Where is he going?
We're underground! There's dragons out there! All of the buildings have been burned to the ground. Where did he go? There are no windows!
We are going up and we're looking through on the roof, and we have now seen
or as I call it, the
putting
floor.
his hand on a forehead of a dragon. And
that's about the size of Mount Everest.
And called the Bewilder Beast, apparently, and he is now freezing.
Farting.
And now he is freezing. The dragon is freezing the news center. We are going back down that.
And with that, let's go on to Karen. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Here at the library, we see that all the books are burnt. Dragons do not like knowledge. There's only one book left, and it's an ancient Nordic tomb design, some kind of encyclopedia book made by some crazy person with terrible art. It's called, loosely translated, the Book of Brooms? No, wait, I'm sorry, Book of Dragons. Sorry about that.
Yes, we are finding... Hi, I'm Carino.
Hi, Carino.
I'm your... I'm your aunt.
Pretty sure you're not. Never seen you in my life. But yes, carry on.
Carino.
So what? Just you can't just say random things now. Well, I mean you can, since you have nowhere else to go, nowhere else to cut to.
I realized that there is now tunnels everywhere of the great redwood forest of Yosemite is now become home to something known as a changeling, which we are now reading about in this here book of dragons. And it says these changelings spit acid. What? How? No one go there. Everyone that's camping, your tent should be gone. You just try to get as far underground as possible. Leave now. Everyone who's listening to this, don't go to any forest. There's changelings and they spit acid, and they can go to invincible.
Sorry, but have you seen my sock?
What? My socks also are missing.
Only one of my socks is.
One of my socks is missing too.
Yeah, where are they?
Huh. Breaking news.
Breaking news. Socks all over the world have gone missing. We've already talked about this, but we're going to cover it again because we have nothing else to talk about. Besides, the looming threat of death.
Alpaca socks. I mean, the alpaca smacker.
The alpaca.
Which we will come to later in the news report.
The news report. That is our job, yes, news reporting.
Nearly forgot what we were doing.
Me too.
I thought we were spreading news about death. News like diseases or something.
News about death, huh? Yes. Sure looks like that.
Yes, the sock dragon.
What?
I mean,
The snock snacker.
The snock snacker.
We previously thought this dragon was a snock snacker.
Besides its name, it does not actually
Snack on snocks.
It actually wears the snock. It's just about the size of half a sock, and it wears the sock to impress the female
mate.
The female snock snatchers.
Yes, it's a form of sexual selection, according to our dragon expert right here, who has been studying dragons for about 2 days.
He's
about 5 years old.
He's apparently the son of the chain of somebody who nearly vanquished both the Night Furies and Light Furies.
Whatever those are.
Yes, the Night. And apparently, he says that his great-grandfather nearly made the Night Furies extinct, which means...
He must have been a relative of the Hiccup fellow that we were interviewing earlier.
Yes.
Who hated dragons so much he wanted to kill them all.
Yes.
He was probably the one that did that.
And this man says, my great-grandfather killed all the Night Furies. And now
I see he's German.
I've been studying.
I see he's an ancient Nordic German.
Yes. And we have been,
yes.
I have been studying dragon hunting for years now. About how old I am since I was born, which is 5 years old. And
I do we have a 5-year-old Nordic German?
Yes, I know both languages. And all.
I know both languages, but I can't speak in English. A 5-year-old ancient Nordic German English speaker.
That knows how to defeat dragons.
Speak 3 different languages at the age of 5. Makes sense to me.
And I know the best way to hunt dragons, which is to
shoot them with guns. Duh.
Yes, this is a new thing called the Buff Award. No, it's
called gun.
There's a dragon here that says, or that is carrying. There's a boat we have found coming out of the Great Dragon Hole that is that anyone that has reacted with this boat, their skin is turning green, and they say the skeletons on it have. And this man here saying that the skeletons on it must have the plague of Odin, which
the plague of Odin
knows what it is. Question mark? What does the plague of Odin mean? And the only known cure for it apparently is a dragon that was thought to be extinct, and then there is one of them left in the whole world that they found. And question mark?
You can't just question. If you can't think of anything to say, you can't just go question mark. Sorry, I've run out of topics to continue speaking.
And the buffaloid is the only so you don't need its saliva. You need to feed it a plant known as the Plippity Ploo plant, and then take it
the Plippity Poo.
No, the Plippity Ploo. And
Oh, my bad. The Plippity Ploo. Sorry, I big mistake calling the Plippity Poo.
Yes, and if you feed it to the buffalo, which it is highly
Venomous.
No, it is highly venomous to
a
poisonous
plant?
to the buffalo, to
poison.
anything actually.
Oh, of course.
You have to, but you also need to feed it. Mix the Ploopity Poo with changeling acid, changeling saliva, which may I remind you is acid. And this leads you to Mike.
Sorry, you're a 5-year-old, yes?
What? Yes.
Sorry, that's all.
Yes, the only thing I know is dragons.
You've been studying dragons for 2 days, yes?
No, I've lived. My father has
You lived, sure.
only taught me things about dragons. He has 5 copies of the Book of Dragons made by the person who made Change Wings, or not Change Wings,
Change wings into coats. That's my favorite book too.
I make that apparently fish legs, Grunkersnot.
Sorry, never mind.
He wrote a book of the Book of Dragons, and his family apparently has made the Changemelians go extinct. Which, good thing? Bad thing? No one really knows. But apparently they're back, and they can go invisible and change colors and spit plasma.
That was a fascinating interview with a 5-year-old child. Whatever.
May I also
Whatever he
remind
was.
you that there is a smack out,
For God's sake, what are you?
and now smack up.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
Get off.
Get a kid now! No, get this kid a lollipop. Get him out of here! Yeah. Get him. Lock him in the closet with the crazy dude. This has been Dragon News. Thank you for listening.